I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not
ask
Mormon Jesus. Mormon Jesus. Mormon Jesus.
I did not
ask
Mormon Jesus. Mormon Jesus. Mormon Jesus.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your
Mormon Jesus.
he can do for you. Ask what you can do for you.
Mormon Jesus. Mormon time.
I don't know. A proof is a proof. What kind of a proof? It's a proof. A proof is a proof. And when you have a good proof, it's because it's proven.
Ask
Mormon Jesus.
Jetzt sind sie nur noch 18 Kilometer von Arnhem weg. Wer kann sie jetzt noch aufhalten?
Mormon Jesus.
Stay down! Shit.
Mormon Jesus.
It's over 9,000!
and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
Okay, faggot, what's next?
Fuck! Ass! Is it dead?
Nobody fucks with the Jesus.
End of story.
Hello, and welcome to Ask Mormon Jesus. My name is Steve, and I hope you all enjoyed the wonderful introduction that we put together for you tonight. Good evening, Jesus.
What do you mean, wonderful introduction? That was shit.
It was fantastic.
Fail intro is fail. The audio wasn't leveled properly and the resolution was variable. Basically, it looked like you cut up a bunch of other people's work and mashed it together.
I'm sorry, Jesus. Unfortunately, the budget just wasn't there.
Budget. Budget. Do you know who I am?
Of course I know who you are, but this is a pilot and we're on a shoestring budget.
Fuck the networks. And fuck you. Why do I sound like a robot?
Again, budget.
I demand perfection, Stephen.
Not all of us can be as perfect as you.
Oh, Stephen, I see what you did there. Ha 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 ha.
Oh ha ha ho ho. Our first question tonight comes from Ryan Morris. Ryan asked, "Are you Mormon, or just Jesus?"
That's a great question, Ryan. Actually, I am not a Mormon at all. I am a Jew. I was born a Jew, and because of that, I will remain a Jew for all time.
So why do you call yourself Mormon Jesus?
It's called branding, Stephen.
Branding?
Yes. I have done a lot of market research over 2,000 years. Over the centuries, I sent loyal followers forth to break away from the original church. I understand that Catholicism isn't for everybody, so I set up unique Jesus brands all over the world. Mormonism is simply one of my more successful brands here in the United States.
Do you care to elaborate on that?
It's kind of like Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola. Sure, they taste a bit different, but in the end, it's basically the same shit. They have used effective branding to create what appears to be two unique products that cause your intestines to fail and make you get fat. The same goes for me. Pick the Jesus brand that works best for you and stick with it. You'll be saved.
Are you telling me that Mormonism isn't the only true path to salvation?
Oh, hell no. Actually, I originally meant it as a joke. I didn't actually think that anybody would believe in that bullshit. I have to admit, though, it is by far one of my more profitable ventures.
How has it become so profitable?
Well, Stephen, Mormonism is successful because it's basically multi-level marketing.
Are you saying that it's a big pyramid scheme?
Well, yes. Think about it. You go to weekly seminars for indoctrination, then when you reach adulthood, you leave your family to travel the world and bring in more followers. The best part is, the missionaries are self-funding. There's really no need for much of a recruiting budget. There's almost no overhead.
What about the books and DVDs that you give away?
Books and DVD. Books and DVD. It's online now, Stephen. Only hipsters read books, and those guys never have any money. They waste it all on vinyl and smart cars.
Really?
You bet, Stephen. For some reason, they believe that records are the answer. I guess lossless files are too mainstream.
Great. Our next question comes from Sanford Apfel. He asks, what do you think of Joseph Smith?
Joseph Smith was a great prophet in the beginning. I enjoyed his early work. Again, let me state that I didn't actually think anybody would believe that rubbish, but it worked out.
If Joseph Smith was such a great prophet, why did you let him get arrested? Why did you let an angry mob break into the jail he was being held at? And furthermore, why did you let said mob shoot him and his associate to death?
His early work was great, but he started to take things a little bit too far. Sometimes you just have to cut your losses. In the end, everything worked out.
Wow, that is a very introspective statement.
No, it's not. I don't think you know what that word means.
Our next question comes from Darren Panner. He asks, what would happen if a weeaboo ate sushi?
What kind of question is that? They eat sushi all the time. Next question.
I'm just reading the questions that came in from the focus group.
Next question.
All right. Our next question comes from Chuck Steak. He asks, why are they called hemorrhoids and not asteroids?
Stephen, was your focus group made up of small children?
Our next question comes from Mian Mustaine. He wants to know if people are really little piggies.
Damien, I think you need to pick up a book called The Origin of Species by Charles Darwin. It has all the answers you're looking for.
Wayne drives fast casks. What would happen if Chuck Norris were to eat himself?
Next question.
Sam Dorothy Wetton asks, what would all these losers do if My Little Pony wasn't invented?
Next question.
Mason Bradshaw asks, am I still forgiven for the atrocities that I committed upon that autistic child last night?
Mason, my child, you will always be forgiven.
Joe Juselaser asks, do Pokemon actually exist?
I think that's enough fan questions for today.
All right, Jesus, do you have any final thoughts for our viewers?
Of course. I would like to take this opportunity to remind everybody that no matter who you are, I am always going to love you. In the end, I don't care which Jesus brand you have chosen. I love all of you equally. That said, it is very important to me that you all live long and happy lives.
How can our viewers find true happiness?
That's a great question, Stephen. Happiness can only be found through compassion, love, and true altruism in the form of charity.
Isn't that more Buddhist theology?
Branding, Stephen, branding. It's basically all the same shit. May I make a suggestion to the viewers, Stephen?
Of course, it's your show.
If you are going through a rough time in your life, look around at all of your physical possessions, and ask yourself, do these things really make me happy when I'm going through such difficult times? You will find that the answer is always no. consider selling some of your more valuable objects and sending the money to me. It will make you feel so good about yourself afterwards, and my friends, my followers, my children. That is how you find true happiness.
Well, thank you for your insight, Mormon Jesus.
Thank you, Stephen.
And thank you everybody for watching this evening. Hopefully the network will see fit to extend our run. Keep sending in your questions and remember,
I love you.
End of story.